All right, good morning. How's everybody doing? Just transferring over from the other room, and I have actually a good amount of things to talk about today, even though I don't have anything planned for today. But this is something that, let me cut the background music. So this is something that I watch during the day. Okay, this is my number one go-to source, and we talk about this all the time. And there's just a lot of couple things that I really want to show you guys that I guess couldn't show you yesterday that are really important and valuable when you're trading. Okay, number one is the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, we saw such a run up in Bitcoin, and I talked about yesterday how Bitcoin's run up so much, and can Bitcoin go to 40,000? Sure. Can it go to 60,000? Sure. And this is called Bitcoin dominance. So what is guys, and we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but it's too loud. Let me see if I can turn my, I cannot, I can turn it down a little bit. So there you go. Should be better now. Okay, so what this is the Bitcoin market cap divided by the whole cryptos. Okay, and as I've been trading cryptos for about 3 months, okay, this gets somewhere between 50% and 67%. Okay, what does this tell me? Okay, this tells me that when we get to 50%, which we are right now, okay, and you guys will go on Twitter, you'll turn on CNBC, you'll see people on Facebook. Literally, I could not tell you any monkey or person in the world right now could buy any random coin and make money, okay? And this doesn't make you a good trader or make you know anything about cryptos, okay? And this is why I put together a team of 4 of the people that I think I respect most on trading cryptos, because you'll literally have people at a bar, and I go out a lot, and you'll be like, oh, dude, I'm up $1,000 today in cryptos. And they'll just buy all these names just completely blind, okay? And this is not the right way, okay? So is there opportunity in the crypto space? The answer is yes. There's money to be made in the crypto space. But you have to be very, very specific about what you're trading. This number is too low, okay? So what's going to happen is you have a correlation between Bitcoin and the other altcoins or alternative coins, right? And this thing's going to range between 50 and maybe 70, okay? When it gets, it's almost like an RSI, okay? When it gets to 50, the altcoins are overpriced. So personally, unless I see something I really like, or Mr. S sees something he really likes, or Mark tells me about some coin he really likes, I'm looking to not get long this here, okay? And when you guys are trading, there's 2 kinds of traders when you're trading cryptos. There's hodlers, I think they call them, and I could have that wrong. Cryptos, let me Google this real quick. Hodler. A hodler. It's someone who just holds. Let me get an exact word for it, so I know in the future. So crypto hodler. HODL, HODL, which means hold, right? Urban Dictionary. Okay, so basically it means someone that just buys and hold, right? So you just hold on for dear life. Oh, thank you. Hold on for dear life, okay? And hodling this market, I think, is okay. Sure, hodl this market. But trading this market, guys, if you're looking to get long anything, I don't think there's opportunities unless you're really, really specific, because we've ran up too much, okay? So what does that say? Okay, let's look at some charts here. And I just opened an account with Gemini, and I'll be looking to trade this, okay? It doesn't mean this market can't go higher, but is it a coincidence, yes or no, that we are actually... Let me put this back up here. I'm going to try to get in my Gemini account. Is it a coincidence that all these cryptos are getting bought into the end of the year? You got to say that to yourself, right? Stock market's on all-time highs. We also see that the crypto space is going on all-time highs. Is it a coincidence? Maybe it is. And I'm not saying you can't make money being long cryptos right now. But when you see these kind of moves every single day, and you watch this market cap, okay? My buddy texted me, he's obsessed with cryptocurrencies. And he said, Gemini is just, I don't know, a platform where I can move Bitcoin over easily. So this market cap we see at 610 billion. This market cap got up to 630 billion yesterday. And he would text me, he's like, this one's up 30%, this one's up 40%. He's like, why didn't you tell me about these? And I said to him, you know what? Right now, any random person, you can pick any name on the top 20 guys, and most likely you're going to make money. That's just how it is right now. But we all know what happens. These collapse really, really easily, okay? And I'm not calling for a correction here in the cryptocurrency space. I'm just saying for a long-term position, I am not looking to buy anything specifically right now. So here's my Gemini account. I just transferred 15,000 over. So hopefully, you know, starting next week, I'll be like more active in my trading. You know, for this week, I don't have accessible money until I get my Bitfinex coins over here. But you see here that I initiated a transfer of 15,000. So I will start trading a little bit more. And I'm just saying that, you know, for long-term investing in the crypto case, and I think Mr. S would probably agree with me, I'm so bullish long-term, but we've seen such a massive run-up. And I'm not saying the run can't go higher. I'm just saying be very, very careful. It's like the stock market, guys. Do you want to be buying the stock market at 2,700? Well, can we go higher? Sure. But how much higher can we go? Could the whole crypto space double next year? Sure. But can it go down by 2/3? Yes. So you just got to be very, very careful. And this is kind of why I put this room together for you guys. I put this room together because basically I respect everybody in this room in the crypto space, and we're trying to make it the best room possible, okay? So let's just kind of go through a couple charts here, and let's go to Ethereum. And I'm going to start looking at some RSIs. And RSIs don't really apply that much in the cryptocurrency space. I don't know why it goes to this. I told Raphael to fix this for me. So Ethereum, USD, and trading room. I mean, when I have girls that are like 22 years old asking me about these things because these just go higher, it's just crazy. Okay, so here is Ethereum. Okay, and actually I wanted to short Ethereum, and I'm glad I didn't because I would have got stopped out on it. So here's Ethereum, right, guys? These kind of moves, and let's add in a relative strength index. RSI. Relative strength index. Okay, here's an RSI. And, you know, 80 in the crypto world, probably not that high, okay? I'd be looking for more like 90s. So we see here, historically, you know, we all know that RSI works really well with 70 and works well with 30, okay? So 30, it's oversold. We see actually when Ethereum hit that 30 to the downside, oversold here, it got bought. When it hit 80, you saw a little selling pressure here, but not that much. It's hitting 80 again, okay? So we see a big buying pressure overseas. Okay, South Korea is the biggest country that's buying all these cryptos, and it doesn't mean it can't go higher. Can it go to Ethereum, go to 1,000 by the new year? Sure. Would I want to initiate a long position in Ethereum at 830? My answer is no. Okay, this is the daily chart. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's call it 8 days. In 8 days, Ethereum, we'll call it 9 days, 10 days. So in 10 days, okay, Ethereum has gone up 100%. And I know I was listening to Mark yesterday. Mark made a really, really good point that it's way easier for a coin like Verge, which is 5 cents, to 2x, 3x, 5x, okay, than for Ethereum to double. Okay, Ethereum doubled from 400 up to 800. And that was a good trade. I mean, my buddy was long at a 470, and I said, I don't like Ethereum. I think it goes lower. I still think when Coinbase adds name, Ethereum is going to get sold, but that's just my personal opinion, which has obviously been wrong so far. But initiating new positions, like if I was to initiate a position today in Ethereum, okay, be very, very careful. I would have very, very tight stop losses, okay? So where would my stop losses be? We see resistance become support, okay? So I'm not saying it's not okay to buy things up here. I'm just saying tight stops, guys. Okay. Do I want to be buying the S&P up here? Well, it continues to go higher, and it could continue to go higher, but those tight stop losses. So if I initiated a long in Ethereum, I would have a stop under 700. Okay. So, you know, we always talk about it, you know, in the regular trading room. Good traders think about how much money they can make. Great traders say, you know what? If I'm wrong, how much can I lose? Okay, because I don't want you guys to come in here and you know, basically you know, be holding the last person holding the bag. So Ethereum's a perfect example. So think about it, guys. Okay, you know, there's always like a picture's worth 1,000 words. I think a chart's worth 1,000 words. Okay, so if I was to buy Ethereum at 833, okay, which is where it's trading right now, doesn't mean it can't go to 1,000 by the end of the year. Okay, but if it does, if it goes lower, I put my stop under 700, probably like 690. Okay, so let's go into a couple more names and just kind of look at some of these have run up so much. Litecoin. So Coinbase, Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin got up to about 400, and you know, now on CNBC, you know, Brian Kelly, he's talking about, I'll buy Litecoin. I mean, literally, I mean, you cannot find anybody that doesn't love this market. You know, when me and Mr. S started teaching in this space too, guys, I think probably about 4 months ago, you know, we talked about how bullish we were. Everybody on TV, you have Jamie Dimon calling it fraud, you have China banning the ICOs, and the sentiment has just changed so much in the space, okay? And that's what happens sometimes, okay? The sentiment changes. So here's Litecoin. We saw that big tail on top, okay? So if I was to buy Litecoin today at 350, okay? Good traders think about how much they want to make. Yeah, can it go to 500 by the end of the year? Sure. But better traders think about, if I'm wrong, how much they can lose, okay? And I'd have my stop probably around that 250 level, okay? So, you know, I don't really want to talk about breakouts here. I don't want to talk about RSI. I just want to say, guys, if you initiate long positions today, I completely, utterly think it's the wrong thing to do. And yes, I will not be taking advantage of making money, but on the token, you could be the last one holding the chips. We see the futures getting hit here. Here's EOS, guys. I mean, I started doing research on EOS when it was $1.80. Did I buy EOS? No. Okay. But EOS, look at EOS, guys. Okay. We talked about Litecoin. They've doubled in value. Litecoin and Ethereum have doubled in value. EOS, for example, has 10x. Okay. You're never going to get this, and this is why we have a cryptocurrency trading room. You'll never get this with stocks. Okay. Unless you're trading penny stocks. A stock go from $1.50, okay, a non-penny stock, to $11. Okay. Would I be initiating a long here in EOS? No. But if I was to initiate a long, you know, under 8. Okay. So that's kind of how I look at these things, stop losses, okay? I like to go, and I think a lot of the opportunities when you go into this, and let me refresh the page. Okay. Look, oh, we just put up another 5 billion market cap. Okay, so we go to trending. You look at those gainers and look at those losers. So here's the gainers. And everybody always wants to be chasing the gainers, right? We talked about this yesterday about those ones that are under a penny. Stay far away. Okay, stay far away. Stay far away. Stay far away. Okay. But then sometimes maybe the best thing to do is look at the ones that are actually going down. Because if they really get bought in any dip, okay, maybe you want to look at these. Okay, so let's just look at a couple names that have gone down today. I'm just going to write down a couple names. So the two main things you're going to look at here, guys, okay, you're going to look at price and volume. Okay, so price, I'm not going to look at anything that's less than a penny. So those names are out. Those names are out. That name's out. I would probably say less than 10 cents. So names are out. Those names are out. Okay. And the other big thing is also, and I started actually creating a spreadsheet for these. And another thing is also the volume. Okay. So in stocks, there's volume and there's dollar amount that traded. Okay. I would never touch anything that's probably under $1 million traded, because like Mark was saying yesterday, like, you are the market maker. If you want to trade a EVR, it trades $19,000 a day, right? So let's just kind of go through a couple of these charts here and see, hey, is there opportunities of these names that have fallen down instead of the ones that have moved up? So I'm looking for something above $1 million and something that's over 10 cents. And we'll look at a chart and say, is there opportunity, okay? Because if you go to the philosophy that you could literally buy anything, okay, and make money, I'd rather be buying pullbacks than be buying rallies. Okay, so we see here, I went over $1 million. So this is over $1 million, but it's less than a penny. No chance. So ATB, so let me write this one down. ATB. and then I'd go down here, and then dent is less than a penny. Let's say if we went to $500,000. $500,000, smart, no. ERO, no. Let's say we went over 200,000. 200,000, no. ZNY, I can write it down, just look at the chart. Okay, so let's look at a couple of charts here. So ZNY, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find these on TradingView, that's a problem. Let me go to Google. ZNY. TradingView. So I love TradingView, guys. I can't find ZNY on there, and let's go to ATB. And that's not gonna be there either. So let's go to ATB crypto chart. ATB crypto. Okay, so here's ATB, guys. See, it's down 24%. And it's down to about 50 cents. And I don't like necessarily the charting on this. This is what a lot of guys in the crypto space do. So it got down to about 48 cents. Okay, got as high as about $1. Okay, so as we see a chart here, it got down to about 45 cents. Instead of every single person, okay, looking at buying rallies and buying breakouts, okay, I look for opportunities to the downside. Okay, so we see here to the downside, this is maybe a coin in my radar. Okay, so what I do a lot of times is I go to the biggest gainers and the biggest losers. Okay, then I'll look at this thing. It's called ATB. I have no idea what it does, and then I'll start researching it myself. Okay, how do I get my research information? Number one, YouTube. Okay, I think YouTube's the best way out there. Number two, you can read the white paper. I'm more of a visual learner. I'd rather read it, look at it on YouTube, and then I look at the white paper. Okay, so we see here recent lows in ATB is 45 cents. Okay, could it go to zero? Sure. Highs is about $1.30. Okay, so instead of everybody trying to buy these parabolic moves higher like this, maybe looking for something that's a pullback. Okay, so just kind of write ATB on your radar, and then write it down at 45 cents. Okay, let's revisit it in a week and see, hey, was AK right? You know, maybe I buy it at 45 cents, I put a stop under the lows, and I put a stop at 30. Okay, there's a couple kind of things I would never buy though. Okay, and this is just me. I don't believe in it. You guys can make your own decisions. I'm not a registered investment advisor. I can't give you recommendations or advice. Number one, pot or weed. Okay, if ATB is linked to the marijuana space or pot, there is no chance I would ever be interested in it. Bar none, simple and easy. Number two, online gambling. Okay, there's a lot of really bad cryptos out there, and in my opinion, a lot of the cryptos that are really bad are linked to these individual spaces. Okay, so if ATB talks about blockchain technology, talks about you know, a coin, then I would probably be interested. So let's just go to ATB and try to see what it's linked to. So it's called ATB coin. So let's go to YouTube and let's see if we can go to ATB coin. And this is how I get a lot of my decisions. Okay, so here's ATB coin. And I like to search. You can go to filters here, guys, and I go to view count. Yeah, you'll see me starting to do this a lot once I get my account open. So ATB, we're going to go to view count. So view count. Okay, this one has 300,000 hits. So let's click this one. And then I would just watch this video. Can you guys hear the sound in this video or no? The screen is fully blown up. So let me go in here.
Welcome to the new world. Discoveries you. In this world,
so ATB.
to open blockchain, the decentralized cryptocurrency ATB coin is a global project.
Alternative technology base.
Technologies of the crypto Crypto.
got a nice video.
Segregated witness, SegWit, Lightning Network, and Smart Contours mining function. The ATB, a high level of pure.
So something like this, guys, okay?
Multi-system.
Looks interesting, okay? I literally spend probably about 2 hours, okay? How long does it take to figure if you like a coin? Yeah, I'd say about 2 hours. So I would spend about 2 hours going through YouTube on this coin and figuring if it's a good opportunity, okay? And we went to the chart here, you know, buying it at 45 cents, okay? I could put my stop loss at 30, okay? Which is under the lows. And then my target is probably going to be around that dollar level, okay? If you look at this as a reward to risk setup, okay? Everything in trading is a reward to risk setup, okay? 45 cent is a buy, stop loss is 30 cents, and your target's a buck. So let's say you did $1,000 worth. $1,000 loss, you would have $150 of a stop loss, and you're trying to make $550. Paul Tudor Jones talks about 3.5 to 1. Well, this is going to get you about 4 to 1. Okay, and this is how I personally kind of go through my trading and my philosophy of everything. So we can go back here to the ATB, and we can see what exchanges we're on. And when we get a little bit more in depth and starting at the new year, we'll show you guys how to basically purchase coins if we like to coin. And I'm actually going to do them. I'll do all my trading live in real time. Okay, I have no problems and queries with that. So we just go back to CoinMarketCap. And let's go back to ATB. And we see ATB coin. Okay. So then we go to trade volume. Let's go to exchanges. And can I go through straight on ATB? I've never done this before, but let me see. ATB. So market cap, markets, ATB. So these are the exchanges you can buy them on. Okay. So they're not on a lot of the major exchanges, but this is, so you're going to want to be trading it on one of these 2 exchanges. Okay. You're not going to want to trade it on HitBTC because the volume's so low. Okay. So then you're going to have to spend some time in the day and figure out how to get money into one of these exchanges. Okay. But we see here, top BTC, it traded about 2.6 million. And this is how, like, I kind of go through ideas of what I like. Like I said, guys, I spend about 4 hours a day on cryptos and on the space, looking at coins, coming up with ideas, coming up with concepts. And this is one idea, okay? Instead of everybody going to chase, okay? Because I really think a lot of these are going to fall really, really hard. And Cardano, probably not, okay? But the ones I think can fall a lot, if I had to choose, this one and this one. Because those are also linked to Coinbase. Okay. So just an idea, just a concept. And then just kind of, you know, I always talk about for you guys, if you're new to trading, and a lot of you guys are going to be new to the cryptocurrency space, which is completely fine, just write it down. Say, you know, my father goes to the racetrack. He actually might be in here. And he says, comes home and he looks at my mother. He goes, "Hey, Sherry, I saved us $50 today." She's like, "What are you talking about? You saved us $50. He goes, "I was going to bet and I didn't bet. So I saved us $50. Okay. And you guys can kind of do the same thing. So maybe write this trade down. And I'm going to start keeping a book of potential trades I would make. So buy ATB at 48. You're going to have a stop loss under recent lows. Okay. So if you went in here. And this is after I do all my research. I figure out if I like the coin. Okay. So recent lows, about 45. So about 45 is a low. So buying ATB. Wendy's, Jan 17s. I'm going to have to buy some of these. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I have to make a trade here. Wendy's, Jan 17 calls. Come on! Oh, my God. So slow. Take a swim. Okay. So let's say... Okay. So here I would say buy ATB. So everything in life is a trade. Never get married to a trade. Buy ATB at 48 cents. Okay. Stop loss. We'll call it 30 cents. Okay, that's 18 cents you could lose. So you could lose about a third of the money you have invested. If you put $1,000 in this name, you could lose about $300. Okay. So there's your stop loss. Good traders think about how much they can make. Great traders think about how much they can lose if they're wrong. Target 1, I'd probably have a target 1 here at this spike here at 90, and then I'd try to get up to $1.20. So maybe I have 2 targets. I have target at 90 and then 120. Okay. But this is only after I do all my research, guys. Okay. I'm not saying ATB is a buy. I don't really know what it does, but I have to spend a lot of time. How do you spend your time? I personally go on YouTube. That's my #1 source for everything. There's everything on YouTube. The problem with cryptocurrency is different than the world of trading, or the world of anything else. If I ever want to learn anything in life, I read a book. Okay. So, but if not, then I go to YouTube because that's where I learn everything. So just kind of keep these in mind. I would write these 2 guys down, guys, and I'm not saying go out and buy them. I'm just saying keep these in mind and maybe keep a paper trading account. Go to the biggest losers instead of everybody chasing which ones are up a lot. Everybody's buying Litecoin because it's on Coinbase. If everybody's doing something, when the bag falls, you're gonna be the last one holding it. So I would say ATB, buy it at 48, stop loss at 30, targets at 90 and a 120. And the other one I would look at, I'd go through the exact same process. And we had one more, I would just say XP no. So I'm looking for $200,000 in minimum volume and over 10 cents. Maybe ZNY. Okay, same thing in ZNY, guys. So I think these are both possibilities. Let me look at a chart here, ZNY. Let me go to ZNY. There was only 6 cryptocurrencies that were down all of last year. So ZNY, you can see here, and this one spiked up. Okay, so this is a pullback to 17 cents. And this, if I bought it for 17, I would have to have my stop loss at 0. So this one, I would have a stop loss at 0. Okay. So that's kind of how I look at things, guys. Okay, and I'm going to keep a running total of these trades. Okay, and we'll see, hypothetically speaking, did they make money? If they make money after, a week or 2, I'll start trading on this philosophy. All right, guys, that is it for me. This is your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency news for the day. Big thing I want to talk about today, guys, is the Bitcoin dominance and the fact that I would be not initiating any long positions in Ethereum, Litecoin. I just think they've run up too much, too fast, and maybe buying pullbacks, but these things have been on fire. We sent a signal Neil less than a week ago at 45. All right, thanks, guys, and everybody. Have a great day. I'm going to pass you guys over to Mark. I'll introduce him, and I'll be on my merry way. Thanks, traders.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
All right, guys, so that is my session. I'm going to introduce Mark.